Boundaries are not walls to shut children out. They're fences that keep love safe inside. Think about that for a moment. The rules and limits we set aren't there to control or frustrate our children. They're there to create security, safety, and trust. And when boundaries are done with love, they don't push children away. They actually pull them in closer. You're listening to Little Feet, Big Guidance, the podcast that walks with you through the everyday joys and challenges of parenting. I'm the Nurture Navigator, and together we'll explore timeless wisdom from Ellen G. White, the practical tools from Dr. Bruce Perry, and the compassion-based communication of Marshall Rosenberg. This is your place, parents, to find faith, science, and love woven into real-life parenting. You know, I used to worry that setting boundaries meant that children would hate me or that rules would make the environment feel tense. Did you ever feel the same way too? But here's what I've learned over the years and experience through my teaching. Boundaries actually make kids feel safe. They want to know what's expected, and they thrive on consistency. Ellen White puts it so beautifully when she says that firmness is love in action. And I love that image because being firm isn't being mean. It's showing your child you care enough to guide them, even when it's not what they want in the moment. Dr. Bruce Perry's work always helps explain what's going on in the brain and why this works. Children's brains feel calmer and more secure when they know their limits. They can focus, learn, and cooperate. But when rules are unpredictable or when we react out of frustration, their brains go into survival mode. Do you remember that in survival mode? What happens? Suddenly, nothing we say seems to stick. Not our guidance, not our rules, nothing. And here's a gem from Marshall Rosenberg. He says that boundaries really work when we combine them with empathy. So if we explain the why behind the rules, our children don't just obey. They understand, they feel respected, and they actually start to internalize the lesson themselves, which is forever. Exactly what we want, right, parents? So here's the bottom line. Love and limits are not opposites. They go hand in hand. When you set boundaries with warmth and understanding, your kids feel safe, and discipline becomes a bridge to connection rather than a battle. Let me give you a real life picture. It's late afternoon, and your child is begging and begging for more screen time. Have you been here before? You've already said no, but they cry, plead, maybe even throw a little fit by yelling and screaming. The old instinct you might have is to yell back, lecture them, or give in just to be all done with the drama. Am I right? No. Instead, try this. Kneel down to their level. Look them in the eyes. This requires you to be right there in front of them, parents. This requires you not to be in the next room or the backyard or anywhere else in your house that's not in front of your child. And calmly say, I know you really want more, but the rule is one show. After that, we'll play a game together. Notice what just happened? The boundary holds. One show is all they get. Your love and presence are clear because you didn't ignore them by being in the next room or the backyard, or punish them, yelling or screaming, sending them to their own room, isolating them. Your child begins to learn that limits are safe, not scary. Over time, children begin to trust that rules aren't meant to hurt them. They learn to cooperate even when they don't get exactly what they want. Why? Because they feel seen, understood, and safe. So here's your challenge for this week. I would like for you to choose one family boundary to reinforce consistently. That means you have to keep it going. You have to stick to it. You cannot drop the ball. Okay? And here are the 3 simple steps to follow. 1, you're going to state it calmly but clearly as well, right? They know exactly what you want. You're not going to go into a lecture, right? You're not going to talk about what they did yesterday. You're going to just state what you would like them to do, what the rule is. Stay consistent. Don't bend just to avoid a tantrum, okay? Just to avoid the drama. No. And offer empathy is number 3, alongside the limit. While you acknowledge their feelings, validate their emotions, but hold the line. Keep to it. It might be screen time, snacks, bedtime, or chores, but pick one that matters most this week. And watch what happens. You'll likely notice that your child responds more peacefully over time, and trust grows in the relationship. You'll also notice that they won't negotiate back and forth with you, right? It's going to be peaceful. They won't negotiate. They won't be upset. Small, consistent boundaries create big results in safety, respect, and connection. And don't give up. You can do this. When boundaries are clear and delivered with love and empathy, children feel safe, secure, and understood. They don't rebel because they feel trapped. Instead, they cooperate because they feel guided. Thank you for listening to Little Feet, Big Guidance. If this episode resonated with you, encouraged you, share it with a parent who might need a little hope and guidance today. And don't forget to subscribe so you won't miss our next step in this parenting journey. Next episode, we'll explore why connection is the foundation for everything in parenting, and how building emotional bridges with your children transform discipline from a battle, chaos, into partnership. Until next time, keep setting boundaries with love, one little footstep at a time.